Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Upside. Happy questing. I am Danny from the Upside, and with me are my fellow captains, Andrew and Brandon.
Ew.
Nice to see you guys.
Happy to be here.
What do we got going on today, guys?
There's a lot happening in the world of Lorcana these days. I just got back from DLC Indianapolis with the team. Great showing. It was a lot of fun. We've had the latest set get release previews happening, showcasing all the new cards, or not all of them quite yet, but a nice slew of them. Even some future sets that they don't even have the name of quite yet we've got to see. And we're just kind of wrapping up the end of the first rotation. And we're about to head into rotation number 2. So fun times in the world of Lorcana these days.
Absolutely.
It's just been one quick run. Short little season here for Wilds Unknown, and it's crazy. It's been just crazy. It's like bang, 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 bang. So much going on right now. I feel like it's nonstop.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Andrew, do you want to talk a little bit about DLC Indy? What went down?
Yeah, well, let's start with the positive sides of the things. Every player on the team who competed in the main event wasn't out of the tournament until they were out of it. So, I mean, pretty obvious statement, right? Clearly, once you're out, you're out. But what I mean is, like, everyone at one point was fighting to stay in. There was no one who went, 0-3 at the start and was like they just felt doomed, couldn't do anything, searching for the promo. Everyone was fighting the whole time. Luke ended up making day 2, placed 91 overall. So really great showing for the Upside at a major event like this. But beyond that, the team just had a lot of fun hanging out together. Team bonding experience, going out to eat together, celebrating the successes of the weekend, staying up until way too late, playing Monopoly when we got back to the Airbnb. So having just a total blast at DLC Indianapolis.
And out of all the board games you guys could have played, Monopoly was the one you guys chose?
Well,
was what was there?
Yeah, it just happened to be a board game. And what better way to, bring people together than tear them apart?
Rip them apart, yeah.
So one of the things I haven't heard is, who won?
That's a great question. I was trying to pull up to see. We
Not
didn't,
us.
even hang out for the finals match.
No, I meant Monopoly. I don't know. There's about Lorcana. Who won the team Monopoly?
Well, we did not have a true winner because by the time it got to Ivan, he played Kingmaker basically and was deciding to see. He gave me all of his things, but I could not make it out. But it was in the end Ivan who said, "You know what? It's 1:00 in the morning. We should probably let the driver get some sleep tonight." So we conceded and we allowed Luke to take the win. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that the non-team member was responsible.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I do have a funny story about the DLC. So on Saturday, I was watching everything, and I was like, okay, who was what, like their usernames and stuff so I could search. And I was looking up everybody, and I forgot that Chris G wasn't playing in the main event, but there was a Chris G in the database. So this entire time I'm cheering on this guy named Chris G. Shout out to you, I guess, but I was a little sad. They weren't doing so
playing
hot.
the set championship, and I was like, yeah, Chris isn't even playing. He just wanted to attend. He's like, wait, what? I've been following.
I've been cheering for him all day. What do you mean? He was.
Shout out to you, Chris G.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing out there, you had at least one fan rooting for you this whole time.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That was awesome. Forgot about that.
So let's talk a little bit more on DLC Indy before we move on with Luke's performance. And he was playing red blue. I don't want to talk for him, but I know that we had talked a little bit, and it's a tough deck, especially when you're in those timed rounds. And I just want to commend Luke for doing as well as he did. I was joking with Ben, actually. I picked Ben up off the plane, and he was like, yeah, Luke, like he would have to go from one round to another because his matches were ending so late because of how long the deck takes to get up, especially if you're in a mirror match. And I was like, yeah, honestly, I think if I were to go to another DLC, I would play aggro. So that way I'm either going to win fast or lose fast, and then just have that peace of mind to like get it over with and reconvene, for the next round.
The mental was super important for him. Not only did he have mirror matches that went the whole time and ended up going to turns, but he also had several judge calls happen. One took way too long even after the game had ended. Yep. And thankfully, Googly was on the case for this one and ruled to get moving on, because literally was waiting for his match to finish up so it could be reported to then go to the next round. And as soon as the judges walked away from the table, next round started. So Luke had zero time to even rest and recover. And that happened several times. So
wow,
rough stuff there, but persevered through it. Made day 2, placed top 100 is pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, how many? There was like 1,700 people, right?
Yeah, almost 2,000 people. So
crazy. That's awesome. Well, congrats to Luke. Do we want to talk a little bit about set championships as we transition? We got 1 week left.
We got 1 week left, and it's been, I think, such a short season. Again, we didn't get the full 3 months. There's just a lot going on at this time of year, and then you throw the DLC in. So definitely people have missed out here and there. I think it's since the Stitch, the first one, this is probably the sweatiest round we've had, because one of the things, kind of maybe talk about is this Woody is a valuable card, and everyone wants it, and people are trying to get the card. But it's been interesting. One last rush before we get rid of 4 sets. What have you been playing, Danny?
So I did the thing that I always do and I start the set with a deck that I'm never going to play set champs with. I get really good at it and then just never play with it. And I've been playing Blurple.
How have you been feeling about it?
I think it's good. I think it loses often to Yellow Purple. I think Yellow Purple just is a great counter to Blurple. That being said, this past weekend I finally beat a Yellow Purple deck with Blurple 2-0. It was against one of our teammates, Sean, in round 4 to make top 4. Mm-hmm. Whoever got that decided who was getting in top 4, then the fourth slot. But yeah, I don't know. I played Blurple because I wanted to tech against dogs, and more so like the aggro decks. I feel like a lot of the decks recently are very low to the ground, and also toys is a thing. So being able to kind of have that control helps keep things under wraps, But that was my strategy going into set champs. I'm going to go down to too many games we had talked about this weekend. So I'll be in the Oaks, PA area, and I'm planning on going to at least 1 set champs while I'm down there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that meta is going to look like. What about you guys?
Well, we've got the last weekend here of set champs in our area, and it's a busy weekend. We've got Saturday, one of our local favorite stores, Shiny Cardboard. Shout out to Taylor and her store there. Great sponsors of the team, and always a pleasure to hang out and play there at her store. So can't wait for that one. And then Sunday's going to be a real sweaty day for us locals. We've got 2 set champs on the same day, one starting at 9 o'clock, one starting at 4 o'clock, I want to say. And there are several members of the team who I think are going to both of those. So it'll be interesting to see the outcome of that one.
Yeah, one last round at it. What have you been playing?
It's been toys the entire time. I've only played in 3 set champs now because the DLC kind of put a damper on getting into those, which, by the way, there was 1 set champs in the area, and I think there were like 40 players signed up for it. So we were like,
loved it.
Yeah, no thank you. I'll pass on that one. But toys, and only because I didn't want to play dogs, but I wanted to do some of the things that the dog stack is doing. The Queen Eleanor is broken, so to be able to play her, I love being able to get out Buzz turn 1, Bullseye turn 2, Shift, not Buzz, Woody turn 1, Bullseye turn 2.
Like, what card do you play?
Shift Bullseye, or Shift, wow, I can't even speak, Shift Woody, Sing Under the Sea.
This is also why he hasn't won yet, because he doesn't even know what the cards are.
I don't even know what the cards are. Put me on the spot to think about playing core constructor because I've been playing Infinity pretty much all nonstop here. But it's just a really fun deck that moves just like Dogs does, and it still plays a lot of the same pieces. Like I mentioned, Eleanor, you got the big tramp in there to search for cards. So a lot of just fun ways to engage with the color that isn't just pure Dogs, which rotates out in less than a month now.
Rest in peace, Dogs.
I don't know. It's still going to be an Infinity deck, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'll be interesting.
It won't be missed.
Did not win the DLC though, so
that's true.
Red Blue beat Dogs.
All of these content creators were like, "Oh, just run Dogs, and I feel like it was a ploy. You know, they're like, "Oh, we'll get all these chumps on Dogs, and then we'll play a deck that beats Dogs." You know, What was Zan Syed playing? Do you know? Was he on Dogs?
I believe he's on Dogs.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna say that would have been a middle finger.
He would have been around to 16 or around to 8.
Lost in top 16. Yeah, didn't make top 8.
Brandon, how about you? Let's talk about your set champs.
I've only been able to play in 2 because we were out of town for 1 and didn't really see anything out there. But I played the Amber Amethyst, the first one. In my 4 rounds, I played 3 Amber Amethysts and a Dogs. Then my second one, I did... no, I didn't play Dogs. I played Toys, sorry, because I played you. The second one, I played a different version of the Toys, a little bit different. I'm running some more of the Buzzes, actually running the Buzzes. And the only non-toy I think I'm running is Amber Champion, the Mickey, which really buffs, which I'm looking forward to using in the new set, with the new stuff. But and the same thing, I played 2 Dogs and 2, I actually did play Dogs this time, and 2 Amber Amethyst. So I beat the Dogs, I lost to the Amber Amethyst.
Gotcha.
But we'll see this weekend. I'll be at Shiny Cardboard Sundays up in the air, depending on how I feel. I have a feeling like it's going to be crazy on Saturday. One last round to get it out and then say goodbye, because that's a quick transition for me. I like come Monday, I'll be fully testing on duels, I think, with the new stuff, and I was already messing with that, just building the deck earlier because they've got their 13 up round, set 13 up, and any cards that are out there.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. I know we don't talk a lot about market speculation on the show, but with the way that the Lorcana market has been, I will be intrigued to see how Woody reacts when it is no longer available to get, you know, because we've seen it with the past not DLC promos, the past championship promos, like the scars. You sold me my 4 extra scars over the last weekend for 120 a piece, and I mean it's crazy. That was a $20 card. You know, nobody wanted to buy it, but also you can't get it now. You know, it's past the point.
He likes to put it as a $20 card because when I listed Danny's on my store, I saw the price that I sold my last one at, which was $20, and then I sold his for what? Were they
120?
Yeah, and it was
crazy.
Like I did that when I listed some other cards for someone else, Mulan's. I was like, oh, that's a lot more than I sold mine for. So yeah, that's speculation. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Woody, and I want to say that the Tinkerbell, which I thought I saw her around somewhere.
Yeah, the fast flyer.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, she's hidden back there.
Yeah.
That one's way up, which is kind of surprising because it's not a playable one. Woody's a very playable card.
Yeah.
And I think that would drive some of it, but
I also wouldn't rule out, though, what we don't know yet. Tinkerbell might be a good card come set 13 with the post rotation. So, and that's kind of where I wanted to go into next. Is, you know, we've seen some spoilers. And we've seen some stuff. What do you guys think you're going to invest in for your next deck?
Well, I think I'm sticking on toys, just because the deck really doesn't lose anything. And I am referring to Amber Emerald toys, not the Ruby version with Sid, which is also a fun deck to play. But in the Amber Emerald version, not only do we not really lose much, other than Tramp, which makes it a no longer, you know, pure Dogs deck, but we're getting some cool cards. The new Woody allows you to, if you've got a toy in play, choose 2 abilities. If not, you get 1, and one of those is bring a card back from the discard that costs 2 or less, and the other one is play a card that costs 2 or less for free. Anytime you're playing something free in the game of Lorcana, anytime you're getting something back from your discard in Lorcana is very strong. On top of that, we're getting a new shift, which is actually something as the local lore guide I'm very excited for. This new shift mechanic, duo, forgetting on what the other one is.
A bunch of new shit
like the team shift
Yeah,
mechanic.
team shifting. So it's going to be really fun to see how the rules of the game interact with these new cards and how it changes them. So I can't wait to see where toys can play out in this next set.
I'm second that. There's the other team is the Woody Buzz because I play both of those, and it's taking the jungle guide and kind of powers him up a little bit because he shifts at 5 now. He's only a 4/4, which is more powerful than jungle guide, but quest for 3. It's like a Clarabelle in that you can draw up to what your opponent has in their hand when you play it, and then you can play a card for free, I believe.
It costs 2 or less.
2 or less for free, which is jungle guide, right? That's a nice, powerful one. And there's another card I'm looking forward to in it and I was telling Anthony on the way here, is I don't know, turning red, is that the thing? But there's you put this thing together, 5, remove up to 4 damage from each character and get lore equal to the damage removed.
Up to 4
per character.
Oh, per character.
I'm almost positive. Oh, I left my phone over on the table. Look that up.
We'll look it up. Yeah. That sounds busted, but wouldn't be surprised because the power level, the creep we're
and I'm
getting
thinking
in this
of that
huge.
with that buzz that'll bring it back, and you can 2 Lennies can sing it twice in one turn if you had that much damage. But for someone who plays Amber Champion and you have a card that's running up to 7 or 9 damage, you can. It could be interesting. Now, who knows how to play? So I'm looking forward to those. I haven't paid attention to a lot of the cards. I know there's the whole new stuff with the silver or steel emerald.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yeah, I was going to say, while Andrew looks that up, I am excited for, and this is going to sound awful, I'm excited for Emerald Sapphire. I'm also excited for Amber Sapphire, too. I love that color still, even though we're going to lose my favorite card, Thunderbolt and Patch. But I'm excited for the green, I believe it's a green and blue Mickey and Minnie that's coming out.
The duo.
It shifts for 3 or something?
It's got to shift on both, though.
Yeah, it has to shift on both, but Cody built an awesome green-blue list already. And as much as people are sick of green-blue, I think it's a different green-blue in the case of I'm not going to shift onto Prince Philip and wipe your board. I'm going to shift onto Mickey and Minnie together with the 1-drop and 2-drop Bob Cratchit Mickey and the new 1-drop Minnie Mouse. And then quest for 5, 6, 7. It's a crazy amount of speed that deck will have. So I don't know. I'm excited for that to see what the future lies. Plus, it plays a lot of big Ward characters too, and I think that Ward is still going to be very strong, especially now going into a meta where we're going to lose a lot of our. We're not going to lose too much. We'll still have Strength of a Raging Fire, but I think Merida might become a better card. I feel like this set, she kind of showed up and people were anticipating that she would be good with 3 arrows or triple arrows, whatever it was.
3 arrows, yeah.
And she just kind of really didn't do much yet. But I think this next set is going to make Merida very strong, in which case will make Ward very strong,
And we've talked about before on the podcast how strong Ward is, and I think it will be, to your point, Danny, even stronger with rotation. Now, Sapphire does lose turn 2 ramp, so it slows things down, but there will still be Detective Mickey. We'll still have 1 jump ahead, so it will just delay the ramp. But then once you get to 4 ink, you've got the fairy god, or not the fairy godmother, which the blinking on it, Merryweather.
Yes.
Then you've got Scuttle.
Yep.
And now we have a Hades that is 6 cost, quest for 3, and has Ward. So
we do.
You are dropping cards that are just so powerful, and I think will be even more powerful post rotation.
Absolutely. I think that if anything, it'll increase the stonks of Raging Storm. I don't know what the enchanted's going for now. I'm sure it's an asinine amount, but like, I don't know. That card might be pretty good going into set 13.
Well, I pulled up the card, Brandon. Remove up to 4 damage total from any number of your characters. You gain 1 lore for each 1 damage removed this way.
Well, it's not as exciting as I thought it was.
But I mean, hey, still pretty good if you can. And with Amber Ruby, that kind of sees this damage and then remove the damage kind of mechanic. You're probably playing characters. You got the Mulan, comes out with damage. You got the Beast, comes out with damage. So I think you can play around with those cards and gain a lot of lore quickly and surprise your opponent.
I just noticed that you have the water bottle there.
Oh, yeah,
That's
DLC challenge. Best $350 water bottle ever purchased.
He just threw the promos out.
Don't you love that, Leslie? I think Katie would kill me. I don't know. I would do it. I just wouldn't tell her how much.
Okay, hold on. We have to clarify. This wasn't actually $350. It's part of the premium package you could get at the DLCs. Came with a water bottle, your choice of a play mat. We've got the Simba mat on display here, a sweet tote bag, the promos, the Let It Go, the Dragonfire. So
it was $340.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Interesting. What else should we talk about?
We've been talking about this, but it's really going to hit us. So we're a few weeks out now from this drop of Attack of the Vines. The cards are coming out now. Vines drops on the 17th, right, for pre-release. The 25th, we're lucky enough to actually have a CCQ an hour down the road, hour and 20 minutes down the road, which I'm pretty sure everyone on the team got tickets to in Millennium Games. But it's core. So is it going to be a rush for cards, right? And building the next. That's why I was talking about the next month. We're going to be playing these online a lot and with proxies and stuff to be testing out because that's a big chance to try to get a shot at playing just down the road. And what do we? The first 128 position are sold out in minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then they added another 128, and so we're going to have a couple hundred people there. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, and not only is this post-rotation, but it will be in a brand new set in a world where we've not seen how these cards are going to interact with the previous rotations cards, starting with Fabled. So I can't wait to see what creative things. We've already got our chefs on the team, cooking away decks. We mentioned Cody and his kind of deck he's been working on, the blue-green Mickey Mini perhaps might make an appearance there. But as we all know, when sets first come out, the meta tends to lean towards aggro. And there are some pretty aggressive cards in this deck. I can't wait to see what Marquise cooks up with the locations. Mm-hmm. He's our resident, not only chef, but like location connoisseur. And there are some wonky card interactions with locations. Move characters, gain lore, all the stuff that you want to be doing in the game. So it'll be really exciting to see what gets cooked up.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, especially I feel like people are sleeping on Get to Safety. I think that's a great card for locations, especially with the new announcement or the spoiler of the House from Up, the red, I think it's a 0/6 or something. I might have the stat line wrong, but you can move a character there, I think, for relatively cheap, and then its ability.
0.
Yeah. Is it 0?
Yeah, 0.
Okay. You can move a character there for nothing, and then you can send it to another location. So it's almost like a inkable Speedway starting line, if you remember that. I think there's going to be some interesting mechanics, maybe red-green with locations, because you have that green Goofy that can also move other characters to locations and do stuff. It'll be interesting to see, though. I think locations are definitely going to be viable, especially with all the support that they're getting. It seems like they're getting from this set.
And there was even support with Winter Spell for locations too. Mm-hmm. We didn't see a lot of location stuff in Wilds Unknown, except there's like location destruction. So like the Fergus,
Yep.
I think does. So the fact that people will be incentivized to play locations means that people will be incentivized to play the cards that deal with locations.
Sabotage,
So,
right?
yeah. I think it'll be an interesting space in the game because locations haven't gotten a lot of love, and when you have a board full of locations and no characters to deal with it, it feels really bad as that player. So
Yeah.
can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
And the thing I was thinking as we were talking that maybe talk about was one of the huge benefits of Wild Unknown. And as we were waiting to come in, there's a store next door and was like, do they have Wild Unknown? We're at the end of the set. Usually you don't really want to buy the packs, but the pull rates have been amazing. This has been by far the best pull rates. It's just fun. Like you see a pack, you buy it because I've got a chance. Like you always feel like you have a chance. Some of the past sets, I would say Winter Spell, Whispers maybe, you didn't feel that way. You're like, we're pulling 3 legendaries out of a box. I feel like I'm going to spend money and I'm not going to get anything. But with Wilds, we're really, at least definitely me, and I would assume most of us, want to see these pull rates stay up because it's exciting. That's why you want to open packs, because you want to get that card. And even if you're pulling a legendary you've already got 4 of, it doesn't feel as bad because I feel like it was always the cheapest one I would have been getting. In this set, it doesn't feel that way. You feel like you've got a chance at everything. And the Pack Rush event this past weekend, I pulled an enchanted from. By far the most enchanteds we've pulled from a set before. It's just been exciting, and really hope it continues with the Attack of the Vines because it just makes it more fun. And someone's telling us it's time to go.
Syndrome's adding up.
Damn you, Syndrome.
So, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's really hoping in July 17th we're cracking as many packs. Because those pre-releases were fun. We had a bunch of enchanteds out of those, I think, at our event.
Yeah. Yeah, those were crazy. I pulled 2 enchanteds in one day. It was nuts.
We pulled, 2 from our case, and then I think I pulled 1 from a pre-release that night.
That's awesome.
It's the only time Anthony hadn't pulled any.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to ignore me.
Peanut gallery back there.
No, yeah, that's great. I think it is what a Disney card game should feel like. It's at a point where it's like, you're not guaranteed this really good card, but you have a higher chance than you ever have, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe it's just our area. I feel like the pull rates, though, have felt way better than the last 2. Well, even Fabled, too. I feel like Fabled was kind of rough, too, for pulls. I don't know.
No, very much so. That's why it feels bad. Not to circle back to DLC Indy, but, vendors had stuff on shelves for people to purchase their troves from Fabled going for ridiculously, high prices. And it's like, there's a reason for it. It's the chase of the Mickey and Minnie. But if you miss, it's a big miss. You've got nothing good in that box. So you want to keep that thing sealed.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we want to talk about the market increase?
It's just been crazy.
Just with the Pokemon investors and stuff. I feel like not a lot of people are understanding what's going on, and I think that is something that can't be stated enough. Like, the current prices of things are very expensive, and if you can't afford it, I'm talking to the viewers now, don't buy the stuff if you can't afford it, because it will inevitably go down. We've seen this with what they've done with Magic the Gathering. They fell flat on their face with the Miles Morales set that kind of kicked them out of Magic the Gathering. And it's inevitable that it happens with Lorcana too. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, some people were buying enchanteds, but I feel like the vast majority of our collective of people that we play with, nobody was buying enchanteds, at the prices that they were at. Who's going to buy these that are other than investors? Who's going to buy these cards that are players and like know the meta, and who's going to buy them at the prices that they're at now? I don't think anybody is.
No, it's definitely market manipulation and pumping prices for the investor TCG person, not the player, not the collector, which it does feel really bad for the collectors.
Yeah.
Not just with the rising market that we've seen recently, but they showcased right before the DLC the new what do you call it? Some kind of similar to the D23 set.
Yeah, the heroin box.
Oh yeah, the princesses.
The princesses. That's going to be an exclusive thing to the parks in select Disney locations. So you know right away, nobody's going to be able to get our hands on that. And then collectors, who that's their whole thing, they're going to have to pay an arm and a leg just to be able to get a box with, a handful of cards in it.
And the cards were pretty.
Very pretty.
Beautiful cards.
Yeah, it's a shame. I wish that they would do what they did with the was it Equal, the platform there where you can potentially
They just did it with
get a
Rapunzel,
lottery.
right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
I saw people post online like, great email this morning, I won, right? Like they got it. I didn't enter this time, but that's how we got our D23 box from before when they had them. But again, another item we paid $150 for, and it's selling for north of $800 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it definitely, as a collector and a player, it's frustrating when the mats come out and you have to be at a Disney location. Like, more power to the guys that are going to go stand in line for hours, but it just sucks when we know we don't have a shot.
Yep.
Or you're there a couple days after it goes, and it's always like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, I think Ravensburger, if you're listening to this,
because we know you are,
maybe just give us a shot at it. It doesn't have to be, I don't know.
We're not saying overprint them and overproduce them. Just make it more like a portion of it should be available online or something.
This is all Bob Iger's fault, to be honest, because he closed all the Disney stores. Because
there's talk of them coming back.
How convenient!
Right?
Oh yeah, I saw there was one. There's one close-ish to us in New Jersey. So part of me was thinking, like, do we go July 17th down to New Jersey?
Well, they have the one in Times Square.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
And that will be
it's
one of the
it's
select
we
locations.
could always get stabbed to death in New York City.
Maybe.
Mickey Mouse cards. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be worth going, especially with the way that the cards are, as collectors and players that we are, and not scalpers, not investors. I think this is a great collection for people. I think Spectacular Singer, the Ariel there, that was way overdue.
Yeah, don't get me started. How I'm going to have to get a freaking like $500 card playset now for my deck.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you a question because to jump way back to DLC. I was thinking about it. Did you run Merida in your Steel Song?
No.
I was just curious because you were talking about grab your swords, and if she's on the board with a grab your swords out there, she could really wipe out some people.
It's just the uninkable count, really. And I think that's why Merida is suffering right now, even in core constructed. The other cards you want to be playing, you're just running out of space. And she's a good card, but not good enough, I think, to justify it. And even when we're running her, maybe like one or two, not a full play set.
Did you ran the iconic Ariel though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you get any comments on that?
A few people did, but honestly, a lot of the players there were running blinged out decks. My last opponent before I dropped my Steel Song mirror match where my hand bricked game one, nightmare. But he played with not a fully blinged out deck, but he had Enchanted Cinderella, Enchanted, Then Along Came Zeus, the Stout-Hearted non-foil promo from the first DLC. So he had all of the pieces of things in there. Not the iconic, but a lot of players were playing out with blinged out decks.
It's always interesting to me. I don't know if I could play. I don't have an iconic, so I can't talk, but I don't know. When a card is worth so much, I'm like, ooh, that might be too much. I think my threshold is like past $500. It becomes like, maybe I shouldn't be playing with those.
But this is like back to the point of we're not investors.
Yeah.
Maybe that's more of the collector in you, Danny, saying I don't want to bend my. But me, I'm riffle shuffling the deck with the fancy cards in there because I want to play with the cards. It echoes back to like being a kid and not caring and just saying like, look at this cool thing I have. And while I enjoy the aspect of looking at my pretty cards back at home, I think it's way more fun to look at the pretty cards while I'm playing and making my opponent feel miserable. So, which they do a really good job of making me feel bad when they're beating me. So you know what? Got to get some fun out of
I
it.
can't play with anything that doesn't have that black border and it's not a normal card. Like I can't do the shiny. It's
Really?
like I won't. I'd rather play with just the standard. It's all the uniform piece for me.
Interesting.
And that's nothing to do with not. I mean, we display them and the cards, but yeah, for me, it's purely I like the.
Brendan, you would hate my Steel Song deck because not only is it a mix of different kinds of foils, but I have a Chinese Ariel, I have a Japanese Let the Storm Rage On. Like I've just mixed a whole bunch of different cards together.
I'd be shaking trying to play that deck.
It's not even in the same language.
Oh man. All right. Well,
You can't draw the writing out afterwards. You can't play it.
anything else we want to add before we sign off?
Hey, go get them this last week.
Yeah. If you're doing your set champs, good luck to you. And
Happy questing.